Yo, what is good, squad? Teaminator here, back for another unit expansion. Today we have the Imperial Death Troopers. You know, those guys, right? Anyways, without further ado, let's just get right on into it and open this bad boy up. Get that box on out of here. Open this on up. See what we have for our instructions list. We have a grand total of six, my bad. We have 6 Imperial Death Troopers to be assembling today. They look pretty simple. Most of the Imperial faction is very simple for terms of building. But I know you guys aren't really worried about the terms of building. That's always coming with the experience and the excitement of this game, Star Wars Legions. But we are going to be working on the rating system of our 1 out of 5 ratio. Taking a look at their points cost, they are going to be a little bit of an expensive unit, but they are going to be sporting that basic 4 squad count. Coming in at 76 points, they have a lot to bring to the table with a lot of upgrades. They have a weapon expansion, they can carry grenades, backpacking, comms, abilities, and of course, heavy troopers. They have close quarters combat, which is very good. It's the best red dice that you can get. Discipline 1, when you're issued an order, you get to remove up to 1 suppression token passively without having to worry about any repercussions. Precise 2, when you spend a name token, you get to reroll up to 2. So these guys are going to be your heavy fodder. I don't know why my camera isn't really focusing that well. It's like it's trying to focus on the sun in the background. Anyways, our secondary weapon is going to be, of course, the SE-14R Light Blaster. I don't even know what that is, but, you know, it's a blaster that has 2 white attack dice. So that is pretty disgusting. You're able to have a grand total of 8. Come on, focus. We have a grand total of 8 white attack die that you can throw out right away. That is disgusting because you're going to be trying to fish out them crits. That's exactly where you're going to be looking for. I'm going to be closing this up because I can't really have the camera focus that well. That's a little bit better. All right. So in terms of their points cost and the amount of upgrades, the paradigm of upgrades that you have with it coming with that. Yes, English is hard to English today, as you can clearly tell. But we have a couple other reviews, so this will hopefully be a warm-up. Anyways, I would give this a grand 3 out of 5. And I'd only say 3 out of 5 because you don't really need all these ridiculous upgrades to make a troop unit good. And with cost, I mean, it's cost effective in terms of the amount of points and upgrades that you want to have with it, but you're already having everything you have, or everything you need on this card before you even go into the upgrades. So with that, I just say it's a teeny bit overkill, but still very good. Don't downsize that at all. In terms of their weapons, definitely 4 out of 5. I can't say 5 out of 5 for everything, but this is almost as perfect as you can get for a good weapons base. You have a red attack die, you even have a white attack die to fish out them crits, or if you want to lay down the actual fire and range, you're going to be going with the E-110 blaster. In terms of movement, they're not that bad. They also have the surge to hit and surge to defense, so these guys are extremely good. Their health, that's okay, that makes sense. They are sporting, what do you call it? 2 renown, or suppression, you know what I mean. They're able to retain a little bit of that, so these guys can be a little bit beefed up on the field without having to worry about too much fire, but I wouldn't try to have these guys right out in the open. Again, you want these as your main source of firepower. You don't want them trying to take out your big gun. They have great defense, so in terms of line over here, they have everything you need for an effective unit in Star Wars Legions, so I would definitely give that a 4 out of 5 as well. They're extremely balanced. Overall, I'm going to give this guy a 4 out of 5. I would give him a 5.5 or a 4.5 out of 5, but the only reason I'm not is because they're expensive, and you're probably going to definitely want to be adding one of these extra characters along with them. First up being the E10 Forced Fire configuration. Basically, Imperial Jet Troopers only. You have the reconfigure option where you're able to swap your weapon out and you're able to fire further, and it's supposed to be more suppressive. So it's basically an upgraded version of that weapon pretty much. Like I said, it's suppressive, but you get to flop it over, and you basically have it to become a grenade launcher, which has the blast and reconfiguration, which is pretty cool. This is for all of them, so that is swapping out your E10 blaster from a range 1 to 3 to a range 1 to 2, but you get the red dice for that sacrifice. Flop it on over, and you would have a disgusting range 1 to 4. So you don't really need it, but it is a good upgrade. That's why I'm lowering their list of costs. Like, you want to have all these upgrades, so these guys are going to definitely be a little bit over 100 points by the time you deck them out with everything. That's only if, right? And then we have the DTF-16, which basically is counting for the Super Battle Droid wrist rocket, or not wrist rocket, just their basic wrist weaponry. But it's basically their, what is it? It's practically the Stormtrooper's E11 blaster rifle, but it's in the hands of a Dark Trooper, which will grant you an additional range other than its counterpart to the Super Battle Droids. And on top of that, you'll have Compel. After another friendly unit at range 1 to 2 rallies, if it's suppressed but not panicked, you may gain 1 suppression token to perform a free move action. So you're pretty much able to just have this guy just do his own thing right quick, which is pretty nice. That's actually really nice. Free move action. So you're basically able to move again, which is nice. And that it is your leader. So, wow, okay. It's a specific Death Trooper. It's got a little bit of lore, I guess. Check it out. DLT 19D Trooper, which is basically your sniper of the group. You got the range 1 to 4. You got a very nice 2 red and 1 white attack ratio. So you're going to be getting in the crits as well as some damage. The red might not roll perfect all the time, but you are 4 out of 5 times going to be getting a hit. With the impact, basically attacking a unit that has armor, you get to have that crit result. So you're able to have your maximized crit for 34 points. Not entirely ideal, but a nice addition nevertheless. And then, of course, you have all your upgrade cards. And, yeah. Interesting enough. Overall, I'd give this guy... I definitely give him a 4 out of 5. I'd say that's pretty practical. They're not bad. The unit leader makes this guy rather forced to be reckoned with, I definitely have to say. But I'll let you guys tell me what you think in the comments below. If you guys have played him or not, let me know. And until next time, this is Teaminator signing off. Bye-bye!